An equilateral triangle is a wonderfully harmonious shape, and I suspect that's why crystal triangle stones are so popular. But some beaders find triangles a bit daunting to work with. Let's surround a triangle in a bezel of seed beads together, step by step, and take the mystery out of it. A standard size for a crystal triangle is 23 millimeters, a shade less than 1 inch. You need 2 sizes of beads, one that's slightly smaller than the other. For the purpose of simplicity, we'll use Japanese cylinder beads, known as delicas or treasures, and Japanese 15-ohs, one color of each size. You'll also need a good strong thread, so if you're using Nymo, it should be at least D weight, and you may want to wax it. You can also use 1G thread or fireline. There's a little bit of math involved in surrounding a triangle. The number of beads in the initial ring needs to be an even number for the peyote stitch to work. But there are 3 equal sides. Therefore, the number also needs to be divisible by 3. It's only logical that we need an initial ring with a number of beads that can be divided by 2 times 3, better known as 6. For size 11 cylinder beads, that number is 60. You'll need to know peyote stitch in the round to participate actively. If you don't, you can learn at our tutorials page at beadseast.com, then come back to this video when you're ready. Cut a thread no less than 40 inches long and pick up 60 cylinders. Form a ring by running through several beads, then center the ring on the thread length. You'll eventually be using both tail threads. Now work in peyote stitch in the round to add 1 round of cylinders. Since the initial ring always forms the first 2 rounds in peyote stitch, you'll end up with 3 rounds after this addition. The ring looks quite circular at this point. Now we'll move to the next smaller size, the 15-ohs. Add 1 round of 15-ohs. You'll notice that the ring is now starting to draw inward. In the next round, we'll still be using 15-ohs, but we're going to make 3 reductions. We'll show this with the triangle visible. You don't need to incorporate the triangle yet, but the positioning will be easier to see with the triangle there. Start by adding 5 15-ohs in peyote stitch. Then run your thread through the next 2 15-ohs of the previous round, essentially skipping 1 space. Add 1 15-oh in each of the next 9 spaces. Run through 2 15-ohs. Then add 1 15-oh in each of the next 9 spaces again. Run through 2 15-ohs. Since you started with 5 15-ohs, you'll only need to add 4 at this point to complete the round. The surround is beginning to show its triangularity. In the next round, add 1 bead in each regular space and 1 bead in each of the 3 skipped bead spaces. The back is complete. Now we'll move to the front side of the triangle. Pick up the other thread and weave through the beads until the thread emerges from one of the outermost delicas, roughly in the middle of one side of the triangle. Add 1 round of 15-ohs. The triangle is really forming now. In the next round, you'll add 15-ohs, but reduce again at the corners as you did on the back of the surround. You need to align the reductions on the front and the back so they're right on top of each other. Take a moment to look at this. Now run the thread through 2 beads. Now add 1 15-oh in each of the next 9 spaces. Run through the next 2 beads, which, if you're progressing correctly, will be in the same column as the 2 you ran through on the back side. Tighten the thread at this point. Just about now, you'll probably have to put the triangle in place. You'll probably need to hold it in place as you complete this round. Now add 1 bead in each of the next 9 spaces, then run through the next 2, which, coincidentally, are in the same column as those you ran through on the back side. Now complete the round by adding 1 15-oh in each space. The triangle will still be a little bit loose, so this stage is a bit challenging. The next round will make it much more secure. Add 1 15-0 in each of the regular spaces and 1 in each of the through 2 beads spaces. At this point, the triangle is fairly secure, but I'm going to add another round on the front for 2 reasons. First, you'll notice that the front side of the triangle has a slightly different angle to its slope, and 1 more round will make the surround more secure. Second, I'm not wild about seeing the threads at the corners, and the added round will minimize their visibility. It won't take care of it entirely though, so don't cut your thread. We're going to do one more thing to achieve a truly professional look. Weave through the surround and bring your thread out of either one of the 2 beads that you ran through together in the first round of 15-0s. Now run through the single bead that was added in that 2-bead space. After that, run through the other 15-0 of the run-through pair and tighten the thread. Like magic, the appearance of the corner area is greatly improved. Do this on all 3 corners. Now your beaded surround is neat and professional looking, and you're good to go with decorations, and maybe a bail. Very nice. This is Ann Benson of Beads East. Thanks for joining me, and please join me again soon.